Welcome to, can you believe it? Episode 122. We're still out searching for awesome. And I'll tell you, every time we go out, we find awesome to another level. And tonight, it's no different. My good friend, colleague, Victoria Perry and I go back many moons. Zoto Signature Salon and Spa. So give it up for those guys. And this is a very special night because Denise Soto, rest her soul. That once upon a time we were all her prodigies. So God bless Denise. Today, Victoria is part of the spa owner, and her partner Leah Wilson. I don't know if Leah's tonight, but give it up for Leah as well, will you guys? Liz Colvin, good to have you. Listen, let me tell you why I invited Victoria, because she's, in addition to being owning a spa and just an extraordinary esthetician and leader, she is now a very important part of Summit Salon's newest spa division. She's leading that team, and she's just crushing it. So it's just so cool to have her on tonight. And she's actually, over the last few months, has referred a handful of her prodigies to me. They've been on the show. It's long overdue. Spa people and massage people, etc. At any rate, this is when I talk about the W-2 range, we're talking about the W-2 range of the people that work on her team at Soto Spa, a $45,000 to $65,000 W-2. And oh, by the way, did I tell you that's 24 hours a week? So that's like big boom boom. This is why we're calling this part-time, full-time pay for part-time. For part-time service providers. And her ST specialize in microblade, lash lifting, the dermaplaning, and they're just getting more and more specialized, and she continues to evolve that. The other reason why she's going to be coming on and really telling her story, but in a nutshell, she graduates high school '02, begins working front desk at Soto in '03, decides to go to Summit Salon Academy. I remember her as a student when I would go, and Denise was introduced me, and then I remember her as being very, very new in Soto. So there's a lot of sentiment here tonight, guys. Now she's an owner partner. The spa this year trends at 900 and continues to trend a million in 2019. And now 2017, she's an SSB consultant in the spa division, and she is just, I'm telling you, she is crushing it big time. Zoto's signature salon social digital game is just right on the money. She uses an 8+, that's the bomb. 4,000 followers on the salon's page. The overwhelming majority of the guests follow. And, half of the new business that's coming in is coming in because it's being driven by social media. So she's hitting all the marks on all fronts. And she uses social media to really drive the microblading and the lash guest a week. There's probably 40 of those that she does a week. She's doing about 25 photo shoots on inside of that community of 40. Every microblading guest gets a photo shoot. She showcases last minute openings with offerings. 80% of the booking rate is on last minute openings, and she now Facebook Lives to launch new product services. She's going to tell you about that in her best practices. So what I've done is she's in our green room, and I'm going to see if she's back there. We're going to give it up for her. She's going to tell her story, and then we're going to get some best practices. So cross your fingers for that the Wi-Fi gods are behaving. There she is. Give it up for her, will you guys? Did you hear me bragging on you?
I did. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here this evening with you, Michael. It's been a long journey, as you said. So back when I was 18, starting here, and now, in my younger 30s, it's been an amazing ride. So I'm so grateful.
Yeah, and I was there in the very beginning. So it's just been glorious to watch you flourish and bloom. Get us started. We always like to start the interviews with the story, and in a nutshell, tell us what your life was like and how that on-ramped the decision to go to school and pursue the industry and get into the salon spa.
Well, I always grew up in parochial schooling, went to an all girls high school. My parents really thrived on the importance of education. So I was 18 and going to college at a local university on a full academic scholarship for 4 years. And my friend was working our front desk here at Soto and introduced me to services. And so my business partner now was actually my eyebrow service provider. And I started working the front desk. Denise, as you mentioned before, just had this way with guests, and this culture that she created of giving ultimate guest care was so intriguing. So I said, I'm going to drop out of school and attend beauty school, because at that point, Denise, always an innovator and always thinking ahead, said, hey, I'm going to open up a school and I'd love you to be a part of that. So that was life then, totally going out on a limb and just following my passion for giving guest care. But most importantly, I knew that skincare was at that point a huge part of change for those guests that were coming into the service realm for us. So I thought, this is the perfect way. The idea of cutting hair and coloring hair scares me even to this day. So I love servicing guests, and that was really the passion of what it is. So went to school, started becoming a service provider, and really fast tracked. And Michael, you came in one time, and Denise was thinking about bringing on shareholders and selling the business, and you really helped walk us through that back in 2008. So purchased our spa before a recession, and never looked back.
Nice. So, in retrospect, you and I were conversing, and I'm always curious about what were those definable moments that kind of made the difference. And you've had several, but I know that you and I chatted about a couple of them.
Yes. I mean, for us, it's, culture is huge. Giving a guest experience is huge. And so we just really emulated that from the beginning of our company. And that's something Denise strongly instilled with us as service providers. And, that's what we're about. We're about community outreach. We're about giving our guests the best care and the most trends possible in a small town.
And then I know that you continue to pioneer and evolve not just the associate program, but how it works in the spa. And I know that was a difference maker as well. What was that about?
Yeah. So, Leah and I were busy service providers, and we couldn't get out of the treatment room to help grow our staff the way that we wanted to. So we really need to replicate ourselves. We have 8 treatment rooms. And at that point, when we took over ownership and going through that growing pain, it was about 6 of us actually doing aesthetic services. So my business partner, Leah, is an amazing skin therapist, and she has this way with her hands. And so the best way for us to replicate our service standards was really to bring the new hires into the treatment room and start working with them one-on-one through the associate program. And really that has allowed us to grow our staff by 2 to 3 new aesthetic service providers each year. And now we can help grow them technically, but also across the board, we have the same service standards, and they're about so much more comfortable about what they're giving to their guest. Aesthetics is a large realm of services nowadays. You can do lashes, you can do peels, you can do the microblading. And so we want those who come into our company to feel 100% confident in what they're going to specialize with us. And the associate program truly is the number one key to that success for us.
As I'm listening to you talk, Victoria, I would say without a doubt that as I have stood witness to you and your history with Zoto, the spa side, you really have not just fine-tuned your spa company, but you've, to a great degree, evolved the spa model. I mean, that it is what it is today for the Summit Salon Spa division because of what you and your partner and your team have incubated into the spa. So I really, really do consider you and your people innovators that are on the edge, taking this to places that have always deserved it to be taken to, but it's been your leadership and your team's leadership to do this. So hats off to you.
Well, thank you so much. We have a hardworking group of women, and most of our service providers are moms. And I love that we have created a culture and a company where they can literally work 24 hours a week and bring home full-time pay. I mean, that is something amazing. They can be moms at home and at 3 o'clock come in and work a 3 to 9 shift, or, work hours that fit for their life. So it's, all about that work-life balance and keeping them happy. And we're so proud of them and their success. And we would not be where we're at today without their dedication to their craft and their passion.
Extraordinary. Now, you've come a long way, and now you're at this juncture. But as you look out into the next, into the future, what do you see? What's in your vision? What's next for Victoria and her team?
We're growing our leadership team. We're growing future educators, because the associate program, has been Leah's baby, and I'm supporting the business skill sets and the business building of our team. We're just replicating Leah, so we're replicating new educators, and spreading that word. And for myself, stepping away from the treatment room has really allowed myself, for these new hires, to have my guests and take care of them 100%, as I would have. And I'm able to go out into the world and spread the systems in place for spa service providers, and most importantly, salon owners who feel that they can not sometimes relate to the spa world. Because our salon and spa company, I'm really able to bridge that gap of miscommunication and show that Summit does work for all departments in our companies.
No, I'm loving it. Yeah, you're, and as I've stood and watched kind of what's happening to a division, frankly, that you started and developed for Summit, it's just it's very inspiring to watch. Very inspiring stuff. So you're in a place now that is a place that, frankly, many people can spend a 30-year, 40-year window of time and not get anywhere close to the ground that you're standing on. You really are standing on high ground. What might you say tonight in your last word around the story of people that are standing where you were as they kind of watch the interview and see what's possible? Is there something you might pass on to them, pay forward to them, that might inspire them, give them faith, hope, and confidence?
Yeah, I think, you just have to trust your instinct and follow your passion. Sometimes the unknown can turn into a beautiful experience. But I think systems have to be in place in order for there to be growth. And, my mom had always said this to me, and I think it's so true to who I am, is you have to make sure you thank your team when you leave at the end of the night. And I think when you come from a grateful heart and from gratitude, you're going to have a team that's going to continue to inspire to the vision of what you see. And that's so important for me as a leader of a company, is to make sure that my team always knows, no matter if I'm 2,000 miles away or I'm right here in the four walls of our company, that I'm completely in gratitude for their dedication to our company and to our guests. And so with gratitude, with a happy heart and a grateful heart, is number one key in my mind.
I'm loving that. Well, we got about 5-6 minutes left, and I really want to tap your brain trust as to those 2 or 3, best practices in social media, because I watch you, I follow you, as you know, on my feed, and I just almost on a weekly basis, I see you and your people discovering a new platform inside of social media to drive the business. So get us started with your first key. You call it video engagement.
Yeah, everything has to go to video, especially for skincare. So often we're talking about services and products, and guests think that they're going to hurt. It's painful. They don't know what to expect. So if we can create confidence in the service and lessen that anxiety, that's huge for us. And we use iMovie to create B-roll footage of our services that were being offered. And that has been a really key success to just even talking about massage services like cupping. You'll see on our social page today, we posted a video of that. And so video is huge for us.
And if I didn't say this, I want to scroll back and make sure that the viewers, they're going to really want to like your page and follow the page. And it's at Zoto Signature Salon and Spa. So that's on Facebook. That's where they can find that spot. And to really, you're vlogging on a very regular basis. So any examples you're getting tonight, I really strongly encourage the viewers to go, because it really is inspiring to watch what you're doing on that platform. What about the second key? I know you're really involved with Facebook Lives.
Facebook Live has been huge for us. And so, it was something that I always started with, just introducing maybe product specials, special events that we've had. And so we actually have a service provider, Frank, who does Fridays with Frank. And so every Friday we are showcasing a service provider who's speaking about a specific department or service in our company. So we rotate this actually because, we're a 6,000 square foot salon and spa with over 60 service providers. We have a very large, extensive service menu. So for us, Facebook Live has been really integral to developing, what new services we have. We have a service provider who speaks to it. Frank does a question and answer, and then we're able to do some follow-up. And truly, our spa Facebook Lives have been a great engagement. Almost 1,000 views per Facebook Live with just the spa engagement that we have for that. So that's huge. So keeping with that, we talk about microblading. We talk about us as a Green Circle salon. And this week we're going to actually have Frank be having some live Botox from our medical director's position. So we like to keep it fun.
This is so cool, Victoria. So I'm going to say it again, you guys. Get to Zoto Facebook page because this lives on that page. That page, in my humble opinion, Victoria, has become almost the spa training learning channel. I mean, you really kind of turn that into your own TV station, and anyone that's looking for inspiration, boy, if you're not on that page, you're going to be missing the boat big time.
Yes, that's huge.
Your third and last key, you really, I love how you stated this, something about posting your guest reviews. Talk about that because that can drive, as you know, the algorithms for the Googles and the Facebook. So what's that about?
So, for us, like I said, we have over 60 service providers. We have a lot of new talent on the floor constantly. So in our internal Facebook groups, it's really important for me to post reviews because one, as a leader, we all agree, like when we get that review notification, there's a little pit in our stomach thinking like, I hope everything's okay. And 9 times out of 10, everyone has a beautiful experience. So for me, I really want to spread that message to our consumer, but most importantly, for us to recognize our team. It's hard to recognize a large team on a daily basis. And for me as leadership, it's important for us to convey that message through that. And it's something they can share with their friends and family and just know that they're really working hard and consistently striving to better our best.
I mean, it's a wonderful way to compel and encourage people to submit great reviews about your spa company without actually telling them that, because the review websites really watch that like a hawk. So boy, tonight, Victoria, it's extraordinary. Jules Molina's on, Randy Kunkel's on, all of your people are on, a lot of people on the Summit Salon community. So it's just really, really cool to have you on tonight. Now we're plumb out of time. Before we leave, is there any last minute pearls of wisdom you want to leave for their viewers?
I'm so excited about our new spa division and the content that we have out into the market. So if you are a salon owner, a spa owner, or a spa service provider that is just not knowing what the next step is, come and see us and visit us on the summitsalon.com page, and you can actually fill out an intake form. We'd love to give you a complimentary spa strategy call. There is hope. You just need to have systems in place and bring in systems that are relevant to your spa service providers. And if you're a spa service provider that's watching this today, just continue to follow your passion. There's a lot of amazing things in this industry to be excited about. And I just think, Michael, we're just hitting and scratching the surface with what we're able to just convey on your channel here of spa success stories. So I'm so excited to kind of see that evolve in the next year or two with that.
Great.
So
I'm going to have you back. I'm going to keep an eye on you, because I'm always going to encourage you to send me, the next SD or massage therapist that's just crushing it. So we're out of time. We're going to give it up for you one more time. I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to kind of put a bow around this extraordinary tutorial that you gave us all tonight, Victoria. Let's give it up for her one more time, you guys. Thanks, Victoria. We'll be talking. So if you go on, the Zoto Signature Salon Facebook page, you'll actually watch this. This lives on the page. She's using iMovie to create video tutorials on that page of services. And when she says she's using B-roll footage, what she's talking about is taking and not having the audio on, but actually watching people getting these services, and it's serving as a what I would call kind of a facial learning channel, a spa learning channel. So they're really discovering a new way to use social to drive sales. She also, on her second key, again said that they're doing Facebook Lives every Friday. They're always boosting those lives to get to kind of spread out. She's got a base of 4,000 followers. The overwhelming majority of those followers are the spa's clients. So she's doing that wonderfully. They're rotating spa posts so that each department's getting social media posting, and that they'll watch last week Fridays with Frank, and that's the name of the show now, Fridays with Frank, about microblading services. So they've really figured out, you guys, how to use Facebook Live to really brand and drive and launch new services. So you have to see that. It's just amazing. And then the last key she got was posting her guest reviews. You know, what gets rewarded gets done. When we express gratitude for the good that we get more, good to be grateful for. So they really have figured out how to acknowledge and celebrate guests that give them reviews, and as a result, they're getting Google reviews, and it's spiking their algorithms, and they're showing up higher on the Google web search for when potential clients are Googling, spas in Perrysburg. So it's just wonderful. It's just a great show. I think we made history tonight, you guys. You got to give it up for one more time, will ya? And in closing, continue to hang out with us. I loved how Victoria said that the Michael Cole Summit Facebook.com page is now it's its own learning channel, as it's teaching the industry on how to evolve social digital best practices by bringing in those Jedis, those Obi-Wans that are really crushing it, whether it's in the spa or the salon. I've moved more from being an educator to really out there finding, investigating, curating, and bringing the experts in to really share their pearls of wisdom. So follow that page. Also, it's the same handle on Instagram. We're vlogging on a daily basis, the best of inspiration and motivation, as well as best practices. So take us up on that. You should be living on summitsalon.com, you guys. I mean, there's just too much really cool stuff going on that website. Just scroll the homepage, for goodness sake. There's a whole bunch of free stuff, from digital calculators to tracking apps, so all kinds of to the watching the edited versions of all of these Facebook Lives. So hang out there. Summit Salon Academy, it'll give you some information about pursuing that as an opportunity. Go to our store, because that's where we have all of the training products and resources that support the consulting services are there as well. As I said now, and I just had a long conversation with Luke Hofstetter today, you should be taking social media boot camp. There's just no, it's a $200 tuition. It's all online. It's so convenient. It's not even funny. Four classes over 4 weeks. If you miss the live, it lives on the page. You're in a secret group with 20 other participants. There's homework. You're being coached on a daily basis. I mean, come on, you guys. This is really cool stuff. And we're going to continue to grow that particular platform for Summit Salon owners, so we can have our own Summit Salon owner social media boot camp. So stay tuned. More will be revealed there. Call the 800 number, and you can get a free 1-hour complimentary coaching session with one of the social digital coaches. So please take me up on that offer. That's too good to be true. So if you go to summitsalon.com and you /MC Live, you will in fact see every Facebook Live that we've done. I believe tonight, what was it? It was 122 episodes. So these are all sequenced now. They've been edited. They're in micro learning bites. It's become its own learning channel for becoming a social digital Jedi. Whether you're a hairdresser, a salon owner, a spa service provider, a spa owner. So please, I mean, it's free. So you should be hanging out there big time. You're going to want to stay close to the official text as well as the social media planner now. We used to call this the planner, and now really it's about how to plan my day and tomorrow and this week, and how many of these windows of time am I going to be using the social media best practices that I learned on Facebook Live to fill my book. We're in a whole different era now. I really do hope you take us up on us. Of course, there's the mobile calculators that really take annual income goals and break them down to the magic day. So take us up on that, as well as our tracking app will help you as well. So we're out of time. L'Oreal Professional Product Division. These are their brands. Thank you very much, L'Oreal, for your financial commitment and operational commitment to Summit Salon Business Center. Allow us to continue to really pioneer and bring this content to the world in this way. I mean, the production value here is nothing short of extraordinary. So thank you, L'Oreal PPD, and all of your brands. Salon Centric, State Beauty, RDA, ProMart. These are the distribution arms of L'Oreal PPD. So thank you for supporting us as well. And of course, last but not least, Summit Salon Business Center. The team continues to evolve, and it's a brilliant, world-class leadership team. So these are the people that are bringing this to you. So we always end with gratitude. It was a wonderful show. Join us next week. In between now and then, hang out on the page because we're vlogging on a daily basis. Gary Harlan is watching tonight. I just saw you, Gary. You're on the feed. Good to have you. When are you going to come on the show, Gary? That's what I want to know. Anyway, it's good to see you. I'm going to pause. And then we're going to do a little bit more social media because I love having a few laughs on the. So let's bring Lone Ranger back. Gary, you're going to love this. Remember the Lone Ranger? Gary Harlan, he's the Lone Ranger. He's blazing the trails. And I'm, in the meanwhile, I'm, taking the ride on the Tarzan guy, right? Who else in the house? Charlena Bell. Are you kidding? Are you here tonight to help me to make big boom boom or what? Charlena! All right, man. Okay, Gary Harlan, you're saying let's do it. You said you're going to come on my show. I'm going to hold you to it, man. And while you're here, Gary, do me a favor, will you? Don't get the monkeys off the bus. I need the monkeys off the bus. And I know that, Charlena, if you could be so kind as to get the elephant out of the living room, that would be very, very helpful. So it's a great show tonight, you guys. We had just a wonderful time. And I'm going to ask somebody to go and pull the Harley into the garage. Because, we're just going absolutely bonkers tonight. Bring them on home, you guys. I need you to, somebody pull in the dock. Pull the boat into the dock. It's time to come home. Let the passengers off the dock. Karen T, what are you doing? Maddie Ray, did you enjoy making big boom boom tonight, Maddie Ray? I just loved having you on the program. Rob Miller, you magnificent bastard, do me a favor, will you? Bring Tarzan home for me, will ya? Yeah, baby. All right, Gary Allen, you're my hero, too. Barbie Horseman! Damn it, Barbie! Do me a favor, lead the charge, will ya? Good to have you guys. I gotta get off the show, man. It's getting late, and Gary Harlan, I get crazy after about 9 o'clock, so I'll see you guys all next week. Stay close. Gary, you and I need to chat. I want you on the show.